Hi everybody, Paul here. Today I'm going to show you how to change the spark plugs on a Toyota Highlander, so stay tuned. Okay, so this is going to apply from a 2001 to a 2007. This happens to be a 2007, but I can assure you the basics of this are going to apply to other model years. Okay, this is a 2.4 liter 4-cylinder, so we're going to be changing 4 spark plugs. And I just can't tell you guys how easy this is to do. I could practically teach my dogs how to do this. And the rates that these dealerships are charging are just outrageous. The place up the road for me is $125 an hour now. And that's not to include the markup on the parts. Now, one other big caveat here is, when you go to perform this, always do it on a cold engine. Do not perform it on a hot or warm engine. People have been known to crack the blocks under those conditions. So just a heads up on that. Now, all you need to perform this is a 3/8 inch ratchet, a 6-inch extension, a 5/8 spark plug socket. It'll have a rubber boot on the inside. That way you come down over the spark plug and it'll actually grab the spark plug and you'll be able to lift it out. Also a 10mm socket. And then I like to use the Iridium spark plugs. They're good for 120,000 miles and they come pre-gapped. I picked these things up on eBay for under $24 with free shipping. You just can't beat that. The other thing you're absolutely going to need is you're going to need some kind of anti-seize lubricant. You're going to put this on the threads of the spark plug. It's going to make it a lot easier to put the spark plug in, and when you do go to take it out, it's going to make it a lot easier to get it out. Sometimes this stuff even comes with the spark plugs. So I think that covers all the basics, and let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to remove these two, excuse me, 10mm nuts on the top. These just hold the cover on. And we'll put those up there. Then what you're going to do is you're going to just grab a hold of this cover, grab a hold on one corner. Sometimes they're on real tight. Now this one isn't real tight. That's just going to lift off. But sometimes they're a little tight. When they are, just lift up on one corner, get the one end off, and then lift up on the other corner, get the other end off. Okay? So just take that, set that aside. Okay, next what we're going to do is you're going to see the separate coils for each spark plug. And each coil here has an electrical connection on it, okay, as you can see here. Now each one's going to have normally a little lever that you're going to push down on, and that's going to unlock this so you can pull the electrical connection off. Now mine happen to all be missing. They've been missing on some of my other vehicles, and I've driven them thousands of miles, and there's been no problems with them coming off. So when you go to take these off, when you push down on that, there's going to be a tab there. When you push down on it, if the tab snaps off, don't freak out thinking you're going to have to replace this whole thing. It's no big deal. You're just going to put it back on without the tab. You'll be fine. So I'm going to slip that off, and then what you would do is you would actually slip these connections off to all 4. And don't worry, you're not going to accidentally mess up the connections because they're all, in order when you pull this, okay? So what we're going to do next is we're going to take our 10mm socket and we're going to remove, there's a 10mm bolt here that holds down each coil, separate coil. So we'll take the first one off. Here's our bolt, set that aside. And then what you're going to do is you're going to just grab a hold of this. Don't grab hold of the electrical connection here. Try and grab hold of the main body of this. And then you're just going to pull this, wiggle it, and pull this out. Okay, there it is. Then just set that aside. Okay, now we're going to get our 5/8 spark plug socket. and they have right-hand threads, so that's righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. So we're going to go, or counterclockwise, so we're going to go counterclockwise, okay? And just go ahead and break that loose. Once you break it loose, a lot of times you can just take the ratchet off and just spin it out the rest of the way. And it doesn't feel like it's got any lubricant on it at all from the last person that owned it. Okay, there's the plug, and it looks good. It's not oily, so that's a really good sign. Okay, so here's our new spark plug, and as you can see, I put anti-seize lubricant on the threads. Now, make sure you put a liberal amount on. Just be careful when you do it that you don't get it on the electrode. If you do, then just make sure you wipe it off real good. And then we'll just go ahead and lower it back down in and just gently turn. You don't want to cross thread anything. You know, when you turn, if it doesn't go, you know, just stop and start over again. This one's going in real easy from the start. And just keep turning. That anti-seize lubricant really works great. Makes it easy putting it in. And we'll just put our ratchet back on. And then just put it back on snug. You don't have to put it in like super tight, just so it's snug. There, that feels good. Okay, and there you have it. You see how easy that is to do? Now all you got to do is just repeat that process for the other three. Put it all back together, put your cover back on, put your 10mm bolts back on, and you're good to go. So I hope this helps somebody out there, and I just really challenge you to, if you've never done this before, as long as you've got these tools, it's something you can do, and I hope this helps somebody out there. And if you like this video, would you please hit the like button below, share it with your friends, and please be sure to subscribe. God bless you and have a great day. Bye for now. Look what a great job he's doing. Just don't make it too tight now. Okay.